It's another Sunday. I thought I'd come in the garage and do a bit of work on the bike, on the gsxr 750. So my missus has gone for a coffee with a friend, which suits me down to the ground because I get to tinker on in the garage. So yeah, I've been in here. I was in here yesterday doing a bit of work, sorting a few things out, making a bit of space in the workshop. So I've got something coming next week that's going to go right there. That bench is going to have to come out. The bits and bobs will have to go on the shelves and stuff, but I've got something coming next week that's going to be really useful in the workshop. So I'll put that in another video when it arrives. I've been having to sort out the back of the garage, making some room on the shelves, just thinning out boxes really. You know, you get boxes and boxes of shite, boxes of paint and sealer and brushes and just all bits of shit that you don't really need, parts that you're probably never going to use. So I've been thinning some bits and bobs out on the back shelf there, and I've made a little bit of space there, not much. But yeah, just having a bit of a sort out really. My new welding bench, that's got shite on it as you can see, but it's only the boxes I've got out because I've been using all the screws, because I've been making something outside. I'll quickly show you that before I jump on and do a bit of work on this bike. So this is another project I've been on with this week, and it is a compressor housing unit. It's just really so I can stack the compressors one above the other, keep them secure. So they're bolted down in there outside, so fresh air, and the plan is to hook some fans up, 12-volt fans to it, to blow some cool air through, and they'll be connected up to solar panels. Back to the bike. So I've got the tank off the bike. It's a bit shitty inside. Can't really see in there, but there was some rust coming through into the bottoms of the carbs. So it wasn't really causing much issues, but it would probably start to cause issues as we went on at some of the race meets. So I've just whipped that tank off, and I've ordered a tank cleaner and a liner. That's going to come next week. I'll have a look at that. I'll probably do a video on that when it comes. So I think next I'm going to get this airbox off. Get this breather off. So it's all Allen bolts holding this on. Couple of 4 small ones under here. One on the top. And that's that off. So you can see where I actually did a repair on here. That was broke off, so I repaired it for before one of the races, and it actually worked quite well. It's pretty solid. It's held up well, but I have got one now, so we may as well put that on. So I may as well get these carbs off now. So it's just a long screwdriver straight through the frame on both sides, undoes 2 Phillips. So that undoes like 2 carbs on each side, and then they pull off. One thing I'll just point out is that one of the race meets, so I've got a blank on there, I'll put this blank on here, we've got this unit here, and it has a pipe that goes onto the bottom of the carbs there, and then we've got a pipe that runs from this, and it just goes onto there. This is just a blank, so it's doing nothing. I'm not sure if this is a one-way filter. I don't know, like a one-way valve, filter valve or something. But we were told at one of the meets that were looking at it, I spoke to a guy from another business that was also racing. He said, I said to him, I'm not sure if that's supposed to go on there. And he says, yeah, it's supposed to go on there. He says, get it put on there. So I put it on there, and my rider went out and he only had half power. So I don't know what happened there, but we put it back to how it was, back like this, and he's got full power. Don't know why. Not really investigated into it. I'll see if there's something in the manual on this. But yeah, that's what happened anyway. So I've just moved the 250 out of the way so I can get right around the bike. I'm going to take this belly pan off. There's some other things I want to look at on the bike as well. I'm going to take that side off where we took the crank pulley off. When we made it total loss, I want to have a look at that. So we're having some quickshifter issues and the revs weren't showing on the app, and I'm not sure if it's because we're running it total loss and the pickup's not working, although in the manual it says the crank position sensor is on the other side, on the right hand side. So, but I don't know without looking and chasing things, I don't know. It looks like he's had it bottomed out there. Probably going to take this top fairing off as well, to be honest. Is that going to come out? Is it going to stay in there? It can stay in there. Different size. I've been to bits so many times these now. I could do this in my sleep. So I'll get them all out and then I'll get a bag. Everything labelled up, just makes it quicker putting it all back together. I think that's everything. So that's the carbs all unfastened now. I've just wound them back on there and there just to get them off. You've got this here that goes underneath there. I've just unbolted that. And obviously that pipe's just pulled off there. So anyway, that's the carbs off. Seem to have a bit of oil down here. I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. I'm going to clean it up, and after I've given it a run I'll keep an eye on it anyway. We did have a bit of a petrol leak down there, so whether that's picked up some oil or something, I don't know. So you can see there how the carbs come undone, how that the screws go straight through, and they do two carbs at a side. Sorry, they do two carbs at a time. And you just access them through the side of the frame. So something I wanted to take a look at was a quickshifter. So it's not working. I've got it wired in how it should be wired in. It's wired directly to the battery. You can have it directly to the battery, or you can have it on a separate 9-volt battery, which I've also done. We did have it on a 9-volt battery separately at one point. So it says wire it directly into your crank position sensor, you pick up. So I was just checking to see whether it is actually wired in, and this, so that's the wire there, and it goes down to here. So as in the manual, it is on this side. So I don't know why it's not working. On the app, when you press the button to check it to kill the engine, it does actually kill the engine. It's going from red to green, back to red. So that's showing that it is operating, but it's not picking up the revs on the app. I don't know if it actually works, if the quickshifter's working, because I haven't ridden the bike. So Jacko's ridden the bike, but he didn't get much time on the bike because he had to pull out of the race pretty much straight away due to a coolant issue. Well, a cooling issue, should I say. Talking of cooling, I'm going to get this radiator off as well, and see if I can match something else. Maybe see if I can get a bigger radiator, or like a high flow, another one for this bike, but like a high flow one. To be honest, it's past its best, this radiator anyway. So all we had on this side of the engine was just the generator. So that's the coil that I removed. 3 wires on there, 3 black wires. There seem to be 3 black wires. So it was just a coil, and the magneto, the flywheel. So yeah, there's nothing on this end, no pickup on this end. So as the manual says, it is on the other side. So running it total loss should have no effect whatsoever on the quickshifter. So I don't understand why it's not working. So I've just been looking online. I was looking to find out what this device does, and I have actually found this does actually go up on the carb there. However, when it's up on the carb there on our bike, it runs like a bag of shit. So this is a one-way valve, and I think this is supposed to activate something to do with the air control in the manifold or in the airbox or something. Anyway, I'm at a bit of a loss as to what it does. So I've whipped it off and I've blown down it. You can't blow that way, but you can blow that way. So that being plugged up on the carb where I had it on there. So it'll be acting just the same really, because it'll still be sort of like it's blocked off. So it shouldn't really have affected the bike. I don't understand why it would have made it run like a bag of shit. But that's what my rider said, unless it was something else and it was just a coincidence. This one can't blow down that either. Can't hear it doing anything. So I don't know what it does. Any help? If anyone knows what it does, what it's for, you can let me know. It does clip on the bottom of the carbs anyway, so that's where it'll be going, clipping on the bottom of the carbs. Don't know what it does. It's not very good, but yeah, I can't see what it would do. So we were told to put it on there, to plug the pipe on there with that valve on, and then the other pipe on there. But yeah, it just, I don't know. Anyway, moving on to something else, we may as well get this radiator off. Bet this goes everywhere. Wasn't very tight. Pipe's tight though. Jesus. Not the best radiator. Probably work better if it was clean. Seems to be a load of damage at the top of it. A lot of the fins are bent. See if I can get a bigger one, or one that's more high flow. Maybe get something off another bike, or see what I can get for this bike. I've just took the thermostat out. Obviously it'd be a lot better without having that in. So I'll get some sealant. I'll probably put that rubber in and seal it back up. Oil's going to want changing. I've got some racing oil to go in it. Change the filter as well. And I also want to change the fluid in the brakes. So I think from what I've done now, I'm going to go inside and I'm going to put a list together and order a load of things that I need for this bike to build it back up. Fluids, bits and bobs that I need. Also, I have to write another email to these guys and let them know that what I've done, it's all correct and it should be right and it should be working. And they can get onto the technical guys, technical support, whoever deals with it, and they can get back to me and try and give me some answers as to why it's not working. So again, I've got some tank seal coming and some cleaner and tank seal. I spent about 70 quid on this stuff that I bought to do it. So hopefully it's good stuff. If it's not good stuff for that money, I'm going to be pretty pissed off, to be honest. So hopefully, because I'm just thinking, I don't want something that's going to cause me problems. It wants to be right. So I'll do a video on that when that arrives. I'll do like a bit of a review video of the product when I get that next week. So yeah, I'm going to go in the house, order my bits and bobs, and then I'm going to get on and do some wet flatting on this tzr 253MA. tzr 253MA. So these panels, I need to get the next colours on. I've had it a while now, I need to get cracked on with it. I'm going to get them all wet flat down and mask on the next colours. There's a picture up on there. So that's the design. And I'll be putting the red and the black on next. So that's me over and out. If you want to support our racing to help go towards our never-ending fees, costs of running the bike, entry fees, tyres, oils, spark plugs, everything that we need, fuel. It costs a fortune. You can give us a super thanks on the video. There should be something that you can go on the super thanks and you can make a donation. And if you do that and tell me your name, I will actually put your name on the bike. So yeah, let's say 20 quid or over. As a super thanks, I'll put your name on the bike. And I'm pretty sure this time round we are going to get on the podium at Oliver's Mount. It's a Gold Cup. We have had issues. The bike's only been raced to 2 meets. The issues we've had, they're 100% going to be resolved. And you have to think that with the issues that we did have, we did get a 4th in the Barry Sheen feature race at the Barry Sheen event this year. So if the bike's right, I'm pretty sure that Jacko, he will get on that podium. I'm sure he must, on the weekend at the Gold Cup, he must get on the podium in one of those races, surely. Well, I'm going to go in the house and order these parts, and I will leave you to leave me a super thanks. So leave us a super thanks, 20 quid or over. I'll include your name on the bike. So give me your full name, I'll put it on the bike. It'll be in the next video. And also, bear in mind, if we get on the podium at Oliver's Mount, there's a good chance that we might get an interview, Jacko might get an interview, something anyway, and it will be on the TV. The Gold Cup, it will be on ITV4, so you could see your name on the bike on ITV4 for as little as 20 quid, which I think's a bargain. So come on, make a donation, help us with our racing. Thanks for watching. See you next time.